Under that Republic Act 7920, the master electrician is also called a professional.
Of Electrical Engineering and our former National President of IIED. So this time, before kailangan introduction, here's Engineer Honorable Francis Mangkide.
Our population of the electrical engineering practitioners. The Professional Regulation Commission under Republic Act 7920, the grade levels of our professions are the master electrician, registered master electrician, registered electrical engineers, and professional electrical engineers. So, under that Republic Act 7920, the master electrician is also called a professional as far as the Republic Act 7920 is concerned. So, irrespective whether you are called RE, RNP, all of you is under the Professional Regulation Commission, and therefore you are considered a professional. So in the year 2009, April, we have about total number of examinees 2,606, and about 42.25% passing. And until up to 2014, there is an ups and downs of the passing of between 30 to 4.5 to up to 3% in 2013. It's clear. We have the most number of our population is the RDE and the RNT. Okay, you'll notice that in this pie, you get to see that there is also a population of assistant electrical engineer and an associate electrical engineer and a master electrician. So there are a lot of, because this is the remnants of the Republic Act 184. There are those of you out there, our colleagues out there, who did not bother to renew or convert their license anymore. But they are allowed to convert their license. That's why, however, we cannot remove them from the list. So that's why you still have about an assistant of about 31,000. Now this is growing. In the last September examination, there were about close to 8,000 who took the board examination for RTE, RME. But taking a look at the profile, it could appear that there are about 20% of those who are taking the REE took also the RME. Kasi under the law, they are responsible. We are discouraging the Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering to take the Master Electrician's examination. Kasi, maski maging top notcher ka dun sa RME, ang kalaban mo doon, high school graduate. Unfair naman yun doon sa high school graduate. The Philippine Electrical Code is a law. This is as adopted by the National Building Code. This is a law. So therefore, under that provision of the National Building Code, under the specific section of the National Building Code, it says there that all electrical systems, equipment, blah, 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 as adopted by the Board of EE, pursuant to RE 184 as amended by National Building Code, that they should follow under Section 301 of the Philippine Electrical Code. And the Philippine Electrical Code specifically states that it requires a design analysis to be included in all the drawings and shall be submitted, which is mandatory, on separate sheets and shall show calculation of short circuit currents, voltage drop, among others, to code, etc., etc. This is the code. Our code started way, way back as far as 1964. And it has not been implemented since 1964. When I took over, I told, I made an analysis on this, and I was telling myself, why is it that, the electrical engineering is left behind as far as implementation is concerned? I realized that, in the government, it is very difficult for the Board of Electrical Engineering, us, to say or dictate or come up with an instruction to the ILG. We cannot do that directly. We cannot do directly to instruct PESA. We cannot do directly to instruct a lot of other government agencies and say, hey, you follow the Philippine Electrical Code. So what I did is to write a letter to all of these agencies. Those agencies that will issue a memorandum circular, a circular that will mandate the use or the inclusion of a design analysis in all the electrical permits and plans that is to be submitted. Because that is the law. I did not invent anything. I just wanted the law to be implemented properly. Since 1964, it was not implemented. It should be implemented immediately. Again, I wrote a letter to a lot of those government agencies. And finally, they get back to us. All I did is a simple, very simple. Sinulatan ko lang siya at sinabi ko, Sir, di ba dapat ipasunod nyo ito? Di ba dapat sundin ito ng batas? Kasi gobyerno kayo gobyerno ako Di ba dapat yun ang pagsunod natin ng batas? Mabait po ang mga taga-gobyerno. Naglabas siya ng memorandum circular. Next slide. Ang tawag niya is National Building Code Memorandum Circular Series of 2015. Ang sabi niya, subject, kung mababasa nyo, Electrical Design Analysis Philippine Electrical Code Compliance. Pinirmahan ni Rogelio Singson. Sinulatan ko siya. Secretary. Pinirmahan niya. So, yung sulat ko sa kanya, yan din po yung laman. Sa awa ng Diyos, copy-paste niya at inilagay niya. At sabi niya, ipasunod nyo kasi batas ito. Yan po yung ibig sabihin ito kung hindi ito nababasa. So therefore, batas na to. Kaya wala na pong planong makakalusot dyan na walang design analysis. Kung meron man, sabihin niyo po sa akin. Okay. Sumunod, sabi ko, National Building Code yun Di kailangan naman yung DILG. Kasi nandun po talaga yung yung labanan Nandun sa OBO, sa Office of the Building Official. Kaya lang, under the supervision sila ng mayor, di ba? Mayor, governor, etc., etc. So, DILG. Sabi ko, kailangan siguro sulatan din ng DILG na ipasunod naman yung design analysis Philippine Electrical Code. Sinulatan ko po ang cities and mayors pala sa Pilipinas, about 1,900 plus cities and municipalities all over the country. Tapos meron silang organization ng Association of City Mayors, Association of Municipalities Mayor. Dahil po yan, about 1,900. Sinulatan ko lang po yan, yung 1,900. Pati yung mga chairman ng association na yun. 4 lang ang sumagot sa amin. And because of that, naglabas si DILG ng memorandum circular. Ang sabi niya doon is, to all provincial governor, vice governor, city, municipal mayor, vice mayor, regional governor of the Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao, DILG regional director, and others concerned, subject reiteration of certain provision of the Philippine Electrical Code relative to the issuance of building and construction permit. Anong ibig sabihin? Building design analysis. O, di meron na siya. Hindi po ba? O, di wala pa rin, wala na siyang kawala. And may nagsabi sa akin, Sir, autonomous din ng PESA. Yung PESA, ibang daigdig din yan. O, Mag-a-apply ka rin ng permit dyan sa mga locators, etc. Sinulatan ko rin si Pesa. Sumag din si Pesa. Next time. Memorandum circular. Sabi niya, mabait si Pesa. Sabi sa akin, Dear Engineer Martínez, we are one in you in advocating the electrical safety of all the locators and establishments inside the PESA, all over the Philippines. And therefore, they came up with a PESA Memorandum Circular. Anong sabi niya? Electrical design analysis, Philippine Electrical Code compliance. 2018, we started with a quarterly target so that we wanted to ensure that everything is continuous. We want to make sure that all of you will be proud to say that I am an electrical engineer from the time that you become a practitioner. So we continue to implement and monitor this Philippine Electrical Code requirement to all the cities and municipalities. So we wanted to make sure that there is a 100% compliance. That's why I'm telling the chapters that you should be the vanguard. You should be the one who would report to us that there are still a lot of those non-compliances going around. So let us know, because we will go after them. Now, we also have, I did also started doing a nationwide campaign on Section 33 of RA 7920. I should just say started in second quarter, but I was able to release the letter on the fourth quarter. It took me a lot of legal battles and a lot of recommendation from our legal office of the Professional Regulation Commission on how to draft the letter and make sure the same way that I did with the design and act. We started 2 years ago. I'm inspecting a lot of schools who are offering electrical engineering degrees. Okay, so in one of our talks with the presidents of the electrical of the universities, we told them that, Ma'am, Sir, you're in violation of the Public Act 7920. And also you're in violation of the Philippine Regulation Commission Modernization Act Section 9. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Ang requirement po ng teacher pag nagturo ka ng higher subjects such as design, dapat professional electrical engineering. Kasi yun po yung nasa law. Alright? So, kinausap namin yung mga presidente. Hindi naman sila tumanggi. Hindi sila tumanggi. In fact, ang sinabi nila, Sir, paano natin yung mga PE natin? Bibigyan namin kayo ng time. Kaya lang, gawin yung PE, yung inyong mga teacher. Ngayon, meron tanong sa amin, paano naman yung may master's degree? Yes, allowed po yun, may master's degree. But then, hindi siya pwede magturo ng higher subjects. That's why, ang sabi ni Chet ngayon is that ina-allow niya na ngayon yung mga PE na magturo doon sa higher subjects, no? Sa mga fifth year students, graduating students. Ay, isang problema lang is that, hindi pa problema. Sabi ni Chet, Sir, syempre, ang entry level ng PE nyo, pag walang master's degree, talagang instructor. Kaya lang, 2 years after, pwede na namin siyang i-promote as I do not know anong tawag, at a professional level. So, okay na po sa amin yun, sabi ni Chen. So, therefore, we were able to gain momentum in that respect as far as inspection. We are now moving forward to the inspection of the industries naman, so that we will be able to put in a lot of you guys into work. Next slide, please. Ngayon, meron po kaming resolution sa board na ino-authorize namin ng IIEE na to assist us in the inspection. Kasi sa ngayon, dalawa lang po kami sa board and hopefully by the end of December or maybe the first quarter of next year, another member will come in. Ang hirap po mag-inspection ng industries all over the country. So, we are going to work this out with the IIEE so that the chapters will be in assistance to the board to make sure that inspection is done in all the industry to assure that the correct personnel or electrical engineering practitioner will be employed by all of this industry. So we will have to do that together with the IIE. As I was saying a while ago, kailangan ang unang pasunurin natin yung gobyerno, di ba? I'm sure, pababain po yung mga taga-gobyerno. At pagka sinabi natin, sir, batas po ito. Ma'am, batas po ito. So, sumulat po ako. With, of course, ako po ang pumirma. Pero kinabig-fairness ko yung aming chairman, si Atty. Chocolate Lando. That's why it took me a lot of time because the letter has been reviewed and reviewed and reviewed and reviewed by our legal minds. Together with our chairman, i-review niya bago po ilabas yung sulat. Ang laman po ng letter is as simple as this. Very simple. Attention to all the civil service administrator, Civil Service Commission, the Department of Budget and Management, the Department of Labor and Employment, PESA, DILG, etc., among others. Ang laman lang po ng sulat is with RA number 7920 in place, paraphrasing lang po ito, summary. The challenge now is to ensure its strict implementation and enforcement to aid the Commission and the Board in this respect. Therefore, the government agency is thus respectfully requested to review the qualification standards for relevant position within the government to align the same with the requirements of Republic Act 7920 and approve appointments of qualified, registered, and licensed electrical engineering practitioner to such relevant government position.
Yeah.